Welcome back, everyone. This is MandoAllDay, back to another video. And in this video, I'll be doing an overview of Beast Boy from the Teen Titans. This is the gold label Walmart exclusive figure. I'll be talking about the figure itself in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth your purchase or not. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not support channel, but to keep up today and watch videos like this. So, let's take a look at the box. The side. The back, there's a classic art. The other side. Top and bottom. Alright, now let's take a look at the figure outside the box. As always, we do come with a card. This is what the card looks like. The back of the card. It does come with accessory. You got an eagle that's obviously gold. And in terms of the sculpture design, it's just a bird. But I like the paint job. I like how it's a mixture of like dark greens, black, light green on there, which is pretty cool. It makes you stand out. And again, the sculpture design is pretty good. It's actually pretty detailed. There's underneath it, and then you got little claws on there too, which it looks really, really cool. And at first I was kind of cheesy, but then the more I look at it, I'm like, you know what? It's pretty cool, and I like it. And of course, this is because of Beast Boy can turn into any animal, so here he is right here. In animal form, I guess you can say. Alright, and it comes with a regular stand, which he's standing on. Now let's take a look at Beast Boy. And the head sculpture, I gotta say, I gotta call it out. The head sculpture, it's a good, clean looking head sculpture, but he really does look like a boy. Because when you think of Beast Boy, well, when I think of Beast Boy, I always think of something like that. So going from building that to this is like, what? But nonetheless, so this is how he looks like. And it's a good, clean looking sculpture design. The hair sculpture, not much to it in terms of the hair. You got black, you got dark greens on there, which looks very good. Head articulation, left, right, good. Up, down. Up, down is okay. Passable, but left, right is good. But in terms of the sculpture design, again, it's good. It's clean looking. You got the painted lips, which is just a line of black. You got the eyebrows and painted eyes. So overall, the head sculpture, it's fine. It looks good. You can't go wrong with it. Shoulder articulation, good. Bicep, good. Unfortunately, mine did come a little bit damaged per se. You can see that right there. Mine came like this, so it's unfortunate. But elbows, good, and wrist, good. And do torso as well too. Really good. The torso is really, really good. So in terms of the arms and torso articulation, it's really good. And of course, the head articulation is it's fair. And like I said, it did came a little damage on there. It's not really damaged. I'm pretty sure I can pop it in there. But it is what it is, though. But in terms of the body and sculpture design, it's just a very muscle tone sculpture design on Beast Boy. It reminds me a little bit of Nightwing, where it's just muscle tones. It's just basically how he looks like. There's not much to it. Obviously, you got that maroon paint on here, and you got that I guess you would say cream color. It's light gray with a cream colorish on here in the center, and then you got more on the shoulder. The shoulder pieces colors do differ, as you can see there. This is more like a light gray, but matte. This is more of a creamyish with gray color. You see that? So it's unfortunate the colors are different. Same thing on here too. This color is also matches here with the wrist and hands, but yet here in the chest and abdomen, it's different color, which is unfortunate because it's not very consistent, but it is what it is though. So overall though, the upper body looks good, very clean looking. You got open right hand, and then of course a closed fist on the left hand. And again, it's a very clean looking Beast Boy figure, normal size Beast Boy. There's really not much to it. There's no sculpture design per se. It's just a very muscle tone, just paint on it. So I can't really hate on it, but it's fine. It's passable. Leg articulation, good. Knees, good. Ankles, good. Toes, ooh, it's a little stiff, but good. So leg articulation with McFarlane are always good. And in terms of the legs, similar to the upper body, it's just very muscle tone. You can see on there, just spandex. In terms of the color, you got this line right here. And of course, it goes to the boot. The boot is not much to it, just a little sculpture design right there. And the feet, very, very plain looking feet on there. Again, not a lot going on this particular figure. Both upper body and lower body, it's just muscle tone. And that's pretty much what it is, so. But I can't hate on it. So, there you go. That's Beast Boy. So, of course, the main question is this worth it? Should you go out and get this figure? Personally, I think for 20 bucks, I think this is a more of a okay price, like a fair price type of thing. I don't hate it. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate this figure. I think it's cool, and I'm glad they're making more of the classics type of figures. But I think for the price that you're paying of 20 bucks, I think 20 bucks is a fair price. I would say more of maybe wait for this figure to go on sale for maybe 15. I think for 15, I think that's a way better deal. Don't get me wrong. Again, I'm not hating on the figure. I like it. I like all the fact that McFarlane is bringing in more of a classic look to the DC Multiverse. But for 20 bucks, I think that's a fair price for this Beast Boy. There's really nothing much on it here that makes it really pop where you have to go out and rush and get it. So to me, for 20, I think it's a fair price. If it was me, I would say maybe go get it for 15. Now, the downside is this is a gold label Walmart exclusive figure. And we all know how Walmart does with their exclusives. It's sometimes they can have a lot of inventory, sometimes they don't. Hence why I haven't gotten the DC versus Vampire's Joker, because I've been trying to get it, but nothing. And this one is still available right now that I checked earlier. You can get it on the app, the Walmart app, and you can actually pre-order it or get it. But it's one of those, like, I would say wait for a sale, but since this is a Walmart exclusive gold label figure, you kind of have to get it for retail. So the question is it worth the purchase price? Even for retail, I think because this is a gold label one, and for 20 bucks, I think it's fine. It's like, Again, if this was not a gold label figure, if this was a common figure, I would say it's wait for like 15 bucks sale. I think you'll be fine. But for 20, it is a gold label one. I would say just get it just to be on the safer side. You don't want to be in the future be like, oh man, I need to get this figure because I didn't get it on during retail price. So there's that though. But regardless of the price, so what do I think about it? I think this figure itself, it's cool. I like the classic look, but to be honest, nothing really pops for me. Again, for me, I get it. A lot of you might like it because of the Teen Titans from the classic, right? And I get it. I completely get it. And there he is right there. And is he over here on this side? And he's right there as well too. So I understand if some of you who want the classic. And don't get me wrong, I like it. I wish McFarlane did more of the classic look of certain figures. Like definitely, I want to get Destro Classic for McFarlane, the DC Multiverse. That would be sweet. But nonetheless, for this particular figure, I don't want to say to give dump down. It's just one of those like, it's cool, but it's just something about it. Something's missing. Either more accessories or just something more about this figure. And unfortunately, it doesn't have that. And like I said, for 15 bucks, I think you're probably better off. 20's fair, but this is a gold label one. I would say get it for 20 bucks. So to me, it's more of like a, sure. Here we have Wally West. This is the gold label, not gold label. It is gold label, right? Remember, I know this is a Walmart exclusive. This is a Walmart exclusive one, and I don't think it was a gold label. But nonetheless, so here we have Wally West, the Walmart exclusive figure, and of course Beast Boy, the Walmart exclusive figure as well too. Now this is a very clean, plain looking. But what I like about this figure though is going to be the color palette and that silver. That silver, very subtle, but it looks really, really good. It just grabs your attention. And it just really, really pops. For this particular figure, the Beast Boy, it's just clean overall, which is nothing wrong with it. Just when you look at it, you're like, it's cool, but it's that butt, if that makes sense. It's just that butt. Like, you need something else. But nonetheless, so here we have Beast Boy and Wally West. Here we have Arsenal and Beast Boy. This is Arsenal from the Titans Build-A-Figure. And this is Beast Boy from the Teen Titans wave. Hopefully we get more Teen Titans. But nonetheless, so just showing you how these two look side by side. And you can definitely see in terms of the sculpture and detail, there's a lot more going on in this Arsenal compared to the Beast Boy. And again, I'm not hating on Beast Boy. It's just there's something missing. Either more accessories, like I said, or something about the paint. If this was maybe glow in the dark, I think that would have been really, really cool. But that would be kind of weird too as well, having a glow in the dark Beast Boy head. But nonetheless, here we go. Here we have Nightwing from the Titans Build-A-Figure wave for Beast Boy. And of course, Beast Boy, the Walmart exclusive. Very cool, clean looking figures. And like I said about having it similar to Nightwing, they're both kind of like skin tone type pants. So in terms of the paint, it's very, very clean. Like even with Nightwing, just look at the legs, it's just painted black and just muscle tone. And it looks like it's going to be the same, same sculpture design on the legs. Because if you look at the thigh muscle here, they're pretty much present. Abdomen it's actually same thing. And in terms of the chest, it looks like it's a little bit different though. But nonetheless, so here we have Nightwing on here from the Titans Build-A-Figure wave, and of course, Beast Boy. Here we have Donna Troy from the Titans Build-A-Figure wave, and of course, Beast Boy. Both look really cool. Yeah, sitting next to Donna Troy, Beast Boy is shorter, a lot smaller, but just showing you how these look side by side. And I wish Beast Boy had something more to it. It's just, it's unfortunate, but that's how he looks like in the comics. So it's one of those, like, at least McFarlane did justice in terms of making Beast Boy look similar to the comic, but when you look at it in a figure form, it's kind of like, eh. Here we have Raven, and of course Beast Boy. In terms of the height difference, Raven is slightly taller, probably because of the hoodie, but man, Raven, it looks really, really good. McFarlane did a really good job. And what I like about it, this particular Raven, it's a very classic comic book look to it. Not classic, but comic book look to Raven. But the very subtle paint and color palettes, it just really pops and it looks really, really good. Especially the hair and face paint. McFarlane nailed Raven. It looks really good. And of course, Beast Boy. Beast Boy looks like Beast Boy. Here we have Beast Boy, the Build-A-Figure wave figure for the Titans, and we have Beast Boy himself. You can really see the difference. One looks like a boy, the other looks like a beast. No pun intended, but also pun intended as well too. But just showing you the two versions of Beast Boy. And whenever I think of Beast Boy, again, I always think of something like this. Spandex, but just something big and huge. And so having it go from that to this, it's nothing bad or anything. Don't get me wrong, I like it. Very classic look, like I said. But once you look at this, your mind goes to automatically Beast Boy, huge. And then when you look at this, you're like, oh, I'm just a little boy. But nonetheless, just showing you how these two look side by side. And of course, you could definitely see the height difference, the muscle, everything about it. But again, this is a Build-A-Figure figure. This is just a regular size figure. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with this figure? To plan to purchase this figure, leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to our support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. It includes an overview of Beast Boy from the Teen Titans wave. This is the Gold Label Walmart exclusive. And on to the next one.